All right, members of the culture. I am Ra. You are here. Welcome in, everybody. In case you're wondering where the chain is actually being resized right now and worked on. I know I mentioned on the last time, told you guys in a video that we were going to be getting the merch, so it had to be sent off as part of that process. But don't you worry, merch is still coming. I'm still the great Rod. You still know who I am, right? But just in case, y'all probably are a little like, hey, where is it? Where is it? Don't you worry. The chain is here. All right. So, how's everybody doing out there? Good, I hope. I really appreciate you all, wherever you are at this time in the world, wherever you may be, tuning in to this usual bald man on the internet. Start this video as I start every video. Number one, with a thank you. Thank you to all of our subscribers, all of you. Thank you very, very much. Without you, we are nothing. Next to all of our supporters who provide product, support, everything. Thank you all for that. Really, really appreciate it. Those that are behind the scenes doing what they can to help us bring this vision of the culture to life. So thank you to those people. Um, Lastly, thank you all of our sister and brother channels, all of our supporting channels. So that's the usual people. You know, my main man, Clever and Clever's Multiverse, Anthony from Anthony's Customs, D Hunter, Bones, 5 Points Articulation, all of them. Please go out and support those channels, as we always say. And I want to give a big, big shout out to my main man, Tony the Toy Rat. You know what it is, man. Please make sure y'all are checking out my man Tony and supporting him and his merch. Doing big things over there, man. Nothing but respect to my main man, Tony the Toy Rat. So let's go ahead and get this stream started. I'm sure somebody's going to jump in here before too long, but I don't want to keep anybody. So we're going to go ahead and get right to it. First topic I'd like to talk about is what's going on over in McFarlaneland, right? So what's going on over there with my main man, Todd McFarlane? As we all know, he's about a year now from the license changing hands from McFarlane Toys to Mattel, as far as the DC Multiverse license, that is. Changing hands from McFarlane Toys to Mattel, and what that may entail, we do not know. We're all waiting with bated breath to see. And while I certainly have expressed my opinion, along with many others, as far as Todd McFarlane keeping the license, wishing that was a thing, we have discussed how he can still make DC figures through DC Direct, because we don't really know the parameters of the deal. He wasn't allowed to say, so he did. But I still think he will. But he did. The only thing he has been on record as saying is that he's not out of the DC business. We're not done doing DC. So I think DC Direct and Page Punchers is what we'll see. But that's just me. We'll find out. Anyway, we've already had that video. But what's going on over there in McFarlaneland? He is dropping. He's been on a tear. Of course, I don't blame him. The license is coming to an end. So you got to get as much money as you can. But you would think, because I hear people saying, oh, his figures are this, his figures are that. Yet I've just seen him drop a whole bunch of figures, including the Page Punchers, Wonder Woman, and Robin. Now he had pre-orders for that. He has pre-orders for the new Batgirl and other figures, and all of these things have sold out like this. All of them sold out quickly, quick, fast, in a hurry, sold out. So if his figures are this terrible, I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying for some of the McFarlane haters, because he does have a few. But if his figures are so bad, why are they selling out so fast? Could it be that maybe they're not that bad? Because that's what I'm hearing. His figures are terrible. Do I feel that way? No, I don't. Yet somehow his figures are selling out. So Todd McFarlane, if you're listening out there, man, keep getting your money. Kudos to you. You're laughing all the way to the bank, I'm sure, but definitely kudos to Todd McFarlane for getting his money. I hope to see some of these figures. I know I have people that have pre-ordered them, and hopefully one of the sponsors of the channel will look out for me and hook your boy up so we can, broadcast that. I certainly would like to do that. So If any of you are out there that are listening, or Todd McFarlane is listening, please, by all means, hit your boy up. Shout out to our future sponsors. I'm saying that I'm manifesting it, right? Um, Rise Mushroom Coffee and True Sea Moss Gel. They're not sponsoring me, but I do drink. I do drink it, and I do eat it. Although they're not paying me for it yet. Come on in. I'm open, y'all. Come on, support your boy. Join the channel. Join the movement. Help the culture. In any case, what's going on with McFarlane? Why do you all think that is? If Todd McFarlane's figures are, and I'm not saying they're bad. Like I said, we personally support Todd McFarlane and like his work. But if his figures are so bad, why is everything he's putting out going like that? I mean, I get that he's about to lose the license, but if somebody's terrible, even if they're going to lose a license, if they're terrible, you wouldn't be supporting them like that. Yeah, look for yourself. Try to order that new Nightwing, or try to order that new Nightwing or that new Batman or Batgirl that's about to come out, or the Wonder Woman, Superboy. Go look at all of those. There's all these different retailers, but it don't matter whether it's Entertainment Earth, Big Bad, McFarlane himself, Amazon. They're selling that. So one or two things is, I mean, two things can be true. So, but I just find it hard to believe that his figures are that terrible if they're selling out. So, again, definitely kudos to Todd McFarlane. Folks, if you can, get your hands on those figures while you can before they go out to show this man some support, because he has made some good figures and done well overall for us. All right, next up, I want to talk about movie madness. Yes, can you feel it? Tomorrow. I mean, although, let me be honest, I do know that people had early access to Superman, to the movie. I know some of you all were able to get early access to it, and congratulations to you. And I've tried to avoid every possible spoiler that I can, because I want to be surprised when I see the movie. But it is almost time, if you can believe it. Superman is his official release date. James Gunn's vision of Superman, his linchpin in his DCU, drops tomorrow. Cannot wait to see it. Very, very hyped. I have seen a couple of reviews, no spoilers or anything, but it seems to be sitting between an 8 and a 9. I don't know where it goes. 9 out of 10, that's pretty good. So kudos to James Gunn. All signs, I'll watch it and see, but all signs so far point to James Gunn having a successful debut to his relaunch, or new, I guess, launch of the DCU under his vision. Also, you guys know what I'm. Don't get me wrong. I'm amped to see Superman, but I am pumped, geeked, so excited, cannot wait to see my main man Galactus done right as we see Fantastic Four first steps. I don't have words. I mean, I do, but I can just gush over that, because from everything I've seen, I've tried to stay away from trailers. You try, because I think the trailers sometimes put too much in there and they show you so much of the movie to where, they don't leave anything to the imagination. But I'm pumped to see that. I mean, I really want to see the Fantastic Four. I think these actors are doing a phenomenal job. You've already heard me say who's winning more than Pedro Pascal at the moment. But I think it's going to be a good movie. I really think so. I have faith in it. My man Galactus, Ralph Ineson, it has the voice to bring him together. And Matt Shakman has proven himself thus far to be a good director. Don't you mess up Galactus, Matt Shakman. Don't you do it. So I cannot wait for Fantastic Four First Steps on the 25th of July. I will be there seeing it, so you will see my review of both of these movies after it happens. But I'm looking forward to both. One of the things I want to talk about, and this one's probably the meatiest of the topics today, is going to be Marvel. Not Marvel per se, but really Hasbro. Yeah, I said it. I said the name of Hasbro. Ugh. When you say that invokes all these emotions in people. But Hasbro, could it possibly be that their time at the top is over? I don't know. I said, is there time at the top where they reign undisputed when it comes to figures? Is that time over? Mm-hmm. Definitely. There's a possibility that it's happening because, hey, look, I'm going to go ahead and say it. If you're asking me personally, Do I think that there was a time when it was Hasbro and then there was everybody else? Do I think that that's over with? Yeah, yeah, I do. I think it's over. Mhm. Yep, absolutely over with. Their time where it was just them and nobody else. Those days are over. You got competition coming out the woodwork from everywhere. You've got CT Toys, Mess Toys, InArt, um, uh, Gong Mart. Everywhere they go, they've got competition. They always had it with Mezco and um, Super Seven and everybody else that was out there. But there used to be it was clearly just them. And even though NECA and these other who does phenomenal work, I love NECA. You guys know that, especially with my turtles. But there was a time when it came to a lot of these figures, it was just them and nobody else. And SH Figure Arts, as good as they are, wouldn't dare make a Cyclops. Let's not talk about the phone. Wouldn't dare make a Cyclops out here after Hasbro has made multiple Cyclops. We know that that's their lane, and and it's crazy. You wouldn't think it, but now the Gamerverse. Now they're doing Gamerverse figures. So who else is going to step up and do Gamerverse after them? It won't just be SH Figure Arts. Who knows? So Hasbro's reign, where there was kind of not really a monopoly, but there was clearly a divide, right? It was them and everybody else. But now, when you get quality figures out here like CT Toys, and I said it, a lot of people don't support third party or bootleg, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people don't support it, but I feel like if a figure kicks ass, then the figure kicks ass. So I should be able to get that figure with my money. I'm not speaking of me, I'm saying you, the consumer. You should absolutely be able to. I'm sorry, getting an alert here. You, the consumer, should absolutely be able to get it. If you see a figure out there that you want, you absolutely positively, you're spending your money. Who's to tell you that you can't go get that figure? You're paying for it. So if it's your money and you're paying for it, why don't you go ahead and spend your money on what you want to spend your money on? You worked hard for it. You deserve it. It's your hobby, your collection. We've always said, do what makes you happy, collect what makes you happy. So if CT Toys has a good Wolverine or two good Wolverines, which they do, in case you guys don't know, you guys know I have the brown suit Wolverine here, and I'm a guy that, by and large, I do not have a lot of third party stuff. Maybe one or two, maybe I might have like two or three somewhere around here. The first one that comes to mind is the Brown Suit Wolverine by CT Toys, which is an awesome figure. I don't care what anybody says. Fantastic figure. But I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money in getting the purchases that you want. So yeah, is their time being unchallenged at the top, where it was just them dominating? Yeah, that time I think it's over with. I think they still make good figures. I still think they may make some of the best figures, but the gap between them and everybody else at one point, even though they had QC issues and we complained about them, nobody else stepped up and challenged them. Their gap between them and everybody else has gotten smaller, 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 smaller. I've always said competition is a healthy thing. You guys have watched the video, it's on the channel. I've always said that, and I'm a firm believer in it. So, kudos to CT Toys, Mess Toys, all those other companies I mentioned before for giving us quality figures. Number one, that's great for them. Two, it's good. I mean, because it creates that competition. And number two, it's going to spur and make my. If we get better figures from Hasbro out of this, that's a win, hands down, 100%. If we get better figures from two companies, that's a win. Also, if we get better figures from multiple companies at good price points as consumers, that's a win. So, you got good competition, good prices. What's to lose? I mean, what's not to like about that? Getting here another notification. It's crazy. I'm getting these notifications, but I'm like, why aren't y'all in the live? I'm shocked. I'm not saying you all, but people here that are hitting with these notifications. So I'm live right here on the on I don't know whose internet is it. At one point it was Al Gore's and it was Blue Ivy's. I'm just gonna say, yo, on this internet, here I am, and I'm getting hit up on here. So let me tell this. Yeah, yo, you want to get on live right now? Because that's where I am. Anyway, folks, What do you guys agree with that? I mean, I don't feel like I'm off base when it comes to Marvel. I mean, not I keep saying Marvel, excuse me. When it comes to Hasbro, I mean, they Hasbro is kind of a divisive company in a sense, not them personally, but their fans. It's like if you say anything about Hasbro, their fans come for you, much like the Beehive or the Swifties. They defend it to the death, and I don't understand why. Because if you got quality control issues, which sometimes they do, um, what's wrong with being called out for it? Tell me, what's wrong with it? I can't think of a single thing that's wrong with it. I give now look, and before anyone and before anyone says this, like, oh man, I know you're not hating on Hasbro. No, I'm not. I mean, if you've seen the post that I put up, let's be real here. My top 10, come on now, two figures. They're right back here. Oh, Venom, two of them, top 10. In fact, Venom was number one in my mid-year top 10. So I'm clearly not against them. Their figures from last year. Look who's up here. Look who's sitting on the stand. Who's joining us today? Venom Pool, one of the best figures 2024. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an undisputable fact. The Venom Pool Builder figure is awesome. He's actually going to be part of a video that's coming up here. I don't know if it's this week or it's not or not. It's in the rotation, but he's part of a big video we got coming. I always spoil everything, so he's part of a video that's coming up, and it's not a Hasbro video. It's really kind of an I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. It's kind of a video about underappreciated figures. You guys know we do top tens, so it's probably going to be a top 10 that spins off into something else, but the top 10's already done. Anyway, videos coming. Please make sure you are checking the channel. Please make sure you're following us on Instagram, TikTok, and X, and even Snapchat. But make sure you're out there following us. We're everywhere available at any time, right? You're gonna look out for the merch. I'm gonna keep plugging that to let all these channels and all that stuff till it happens. I don't have a marketing team, so it's kind of just me and Lou, and he tends to be kind of lazy, so I gotta market myself. Y'all will give me a second. I gotta hit this water real quick. Ozarka spring water. No, not sponsoring me, but I'm open. Mm. All right, good water. So as I look up here at that display, I mean, there are a ton of Hasbro figures I have up there. I've got an X-Men display. I just redid it today. Um, I don't know if I can show it to y'all or not. I may not be able to, but I'll try to see if I can show y'all. All right, there it is. Look up there. All right. So you all should see it. There's the brand new display of the I'm not gonna say brand new. There's Galactus. I know I've been promising Galactus, so there's Galactus up there for those of you that wanted to see it. He's there, as well as that new X-Men display. I moved some things around across the top up there. You can kind of see Archangel, awesome figure, awesome. He was in the top 10 as well. Our mid-year top 10, he made it too. So see, there you go. I've always promised it, and I have just delivered. You guys just got to see Galactus on the stream, and you saw the Archangel in that display. But as you saw, it's mixed in with some Marvel Select, which are fantastic figures in my opinion. They scale well and they do good in displays. I really think they're awesome. They're meant to kind of collaborate with other things. I don't know that they do so well just all Marvel Selects. Like if you got a display, there was nothing but them. If they were all in the box, cool. But if you just put them out, open the boxes and put them out, I don't know how well they scale because some of them are on bases and whatnot. It just works good with Marvel Legends to me or other figures. You may be able to put them with your DC multiverse because they tend to be larger. But I think as a whole, those figures up there are awesome, and it just kind of shows to what I was talking about that Hasbro has created some amazing figures. I mean, it's not even close. The amount of product that they have put out over the years has been great. Um, and I think their overall greatness is not to be questioned. But however, they have rested on their laurels because you got to think. I mean, same thing with WWE, WCW. Using that as an analogy, because as a competition, as a comparison. But I think that it's important to have competition because when it was just WWE, you kind of saw what happened. Whereas when they had competition everywhere, they make a better product. Still now, so we have choices. Choice is a good thing. Now, obviously, in the case of our wrestling, which you guys know we love here at the channel, it's good for all of those people because that's more employment. They have more employment opportunities. There's more money for them to make. So that's a better thing. And then it's supposed to push everybody to give us a better product, right? Same thing applies here when it comes to the figures here. And if Hasbro remains unchallenged, if no one's willing to step up and force them to tighten down with their QC issues and make better figures, then they'll do what they want to, because you speak with your wallets. So whether you don't buy their product and and stand pat, or you don't buy their product and you support Mess Toys or CT Toys or or whoever, it sends a message to let them know, hey, we need to step up, especially if those other ones get credit for everything that they and they do deserve credit because these other companies I mentioned have put out some great figures, So I really personally think their time at the top where it's just them and everybody else, like I think that has probably ended. I mean, they may be among, like you may still rate them number one, like the best, but it used to be, like I said, that divide between them and everybody else. They were unquestionable, like it's not close. That's over with. I think CT Toys has put out a Wolverine as good as any that they have. Um, and I haven't even gotten the Tiger Stripe one. I know friends of the channel have and have raved of it because I know the brown suit one's good. So as much as we rag on the Cyclops figure for having a thong, which you think they would SH Figuarts would have found a way to hide that better than they did. Um, you as much as we rag on it, it's still a good figure. When you look at it, it looks good. It's drawn well. I mean, it's sculpted awesomely. I wish it was taller, but then again, that's an SH Figure Arts thing. They tend to keep figures between like 5.5 and 6 inches. They don't, they don't really make big ones, not that I know of. So that was one of those things that just kind of comes with the territory. If it's SH Figure Arts, it'll be a quality sculpt, it'll be a quality product, but it will be short. That's just how they've always operated. So thong aside, that's just how they've always done things. If you want 6 inch, go to Marvel Legends. If you want 7 inch, go to McFarlane or other people. That's kind of how it's always been, right? That's been their lane. So that Cyclops despite being short, I think that Cyclops looks amazing on the side. It is true. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. But if you don't focus on the thong, if you just look at how accurate it is to the source material, which is it's coming from the X-Men fighting games, I mean, and the Marvel Capcom games, it's coming from that time. If you look at it, it's accurate, right? And it actually, in terms of a sculpt, man, it looks amazing. So Hasbro has to step the game up. That Kingpin figure, hey, Hasbro new Kingpin looks good. Looks really, really good. I still prefer the original Wilson Fisk in the white suit. Nothing will ever take that. That's my Kingpin. When I close my eyes and envision Kingpin, that's the Kingpin I see, right? But the black suit from Gamerverse, outstanding. Can't say it's not. Doesn't really look as much like he did in the game, but as a figure, I'm just going just on the merit of giving it credit of it just being a figure. Looks awesome, right? Um, Overall, I mean, Hasbro's made great figures, but we typically think of like Marvel or now in the case of Gamerverse and stuff like that. However, their time of just when I put them at the top, I didn't just mean the Marvel license. So it's not just X-Men and excuse me, Captain America. Excuse me, it's not just X-Men and Captain America and all of that. They just as a company, a toy company, I cannot keep these things in. As a toy company that produces figures, they've always just kind of been up there. Like look at that chasm, but not just CT Toys, but hey, there are other people and I've got a video coming out about them too. But Jada Toys, man, has been there. Can we give them some love? Storm, who usually does, obviously the bigger figures, they're coming back with Street Fighter, and them and Jada Toys are going to war right now with the Street Fighter properties. and I think that's good competition again. But in terms of how that relates to Marvel, to Hasbro, it just kind of states my point that their time where they're the only game in town, if you want a good figure, is over with, especially at the price point. I mean, for those of you that haven't been looking, and I mean, sure, we got not just us, right, on the channel, but these figures right here. Shout out to Fist Collectibles for providing this for us to review. This right here, I'm using Dalsim as an example. This is an amazing figure. You know, when you consider that Jada Toys is giving us top product for $30, I'm saying, I mean, a lot of places you get it less than that. I'm just saying as a whole, for under $30, they're giving you quality figures. Like, I mean, look at this. I mean, are we serious? Look at that. You know, um, it's crazy that Jada Toys can provide these figures at this price, because we've been ragging on Hasbro for how they're raising their prices with their Marvel Legends and various lines, and they have been going up. But the Jada Toys can give us an amazing figure for 25 or under. Yet Hasbro, here they are, $30 or more, depending on what it is. And it's proof, folks, that you can get quality figures at a decent price. You don't have to go up, and obviously I know that tariffs is everybody's favorite thing to blame, but you don't have to blame tariffs, for raising your prices when it's you. And it's okay if you got a quality product. I know things, there are expenses and costs involved. My man Clever's Multiverse broke it down in another video recently. Please go check out his latest videos. One where he's talking about GameStop when it comes to collectors. Very good. So that's some good food for thought. You need to definitely check that out. Also, his video where he's talking about right before the GameStop one, where he's talking about Disney and the license, and we talk about pricing and stuff. That's some food for thought, and he is 100% spot on that, in my opinion. So check the video out, make your own decision. But my point is, we got some quality figures that are out there that you can get. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg for, folks. You don't have to. I'm not saying that the figures they make aren't quality. I'm not saying that some of them aren't worth the money. But as a whole, we just talk about just a whole line. The figures that they can produce at $30 versus what Storm is giving us right now at under $30 versus what Jade is giving us at under $30 has brought that divide down. Even though we're talking about different lines, Street Fighter versus obviously, Marvel or whatnot. The point is, they're giving us great figures, right? Amazing figures. I mean, I can't rave enough if you guys haven't seen them. There's another one provided by Fisk. That was Bison. I mean, shout out, the boxes are just too cool too. But shout out on those figures. They are knocking it out of the park. If you do not know about Jada Toys, do yourself a favor and check Jada Toys out. They are really producing some top quality. Have been, actually. I'm not saying like brand new. They've been producing some top quality stuff for actually quite some time now. They are really not playing any games with their Street Fighter line. Anyone that can make Storm step up, and Storm is really known for like making larger figures. They make amazing figures. Really they do. Their Sagat is Chef's Kiss. Even though they didn't complete the line, they did most of it. Their Mortal Kombat line, Chef's Kiss. They're a great manufacturer, one of my favorites. And now they're doing Street Fighter because Jada Toys has come out and said, "Hey, we can give you a great Street Fighter figure for $25 or less, under 30, right?" And you're kind of like in this world where everything goes up, 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 but the quality doesn't always match the up, up, up. So we go up 10 points, and the quality goes up, like maybe depending on what the figure is, it might go up 5 points, if that. Sometimes it doesn't. It just feels like a price hike for the sake of price hike. And in any case, it's not, the price isn't justified by the end product that we're getting as consumers. However, Jada and others are definitely saying, "Hey, we're going to give you something for your money." So shout out to them for giving us a quality product. It's not like I said they can't, not like that Hasbro can't do it, because clearly this was last year, right? This one, the Odin, the Jean Grey, all of those three were a lot of people's top tens. I know they were in mine. And then you got divisive as and really it's price based, as they were about Maximum Hope, or in the case of Venom. It's not that they can't give us quality figures. They clearly can. They just have to be significant. It seems like significantly motivated to do so. Now, what that motivation is, I don't know, other than money, because that's why I thought they were in this was to make money. So I don't know what other kind of motivation they need. But in any case, um, from when I say that there's CT Toys and all these other people, Jaded Toys, there are a lot of good companies out there making good quality product that aren't charging an arm and a leg for it. You know what I'm saying? So it just speaks to me that divide between Hasbro and everybody else with making figures is nowhere near as wide as it used to be. I think their time of being just them versus the world, like they're head and shoulders with everybody else. I think that time's been over. Definitely think it's over now. That's not a slight against them. They make great stuff, but was when they want to. But the point is that time, and that was the question: is there time at the top, ruling the mountain up? Yes, yes, it is. Absolutely is. Um, and so, I hope that the Hasbro guys don't come after me. They call them Hasbros. Uncle Tim, shout out Uncle Tim, Rants and Reviews does that. Calls them Hasbros, but definitely nothing against the Hasbros. Okay, just anybody that supports product. If you like what you like, you got it. You don't have to fiercely defend it against me or anybody else. That's personally your opinion. Your money, you buy what you want. Right? Remember that we're all in this thing together for the sake of collecting. We're not here to downgrade anybody else's choices. Okay, it's one hobby, one culture. That's what we're here for. So, folks, it's not going to be a long episode, so we're going to get up out of here. I would like to say thank you for watching this and joining us at this time. We do have some more videos coming. I told you I'm not going to spoil everything, but just be on the lookout this week. I'm sure at least one of the videos I talked about will be out, and you're going to have some interesting stuff coming down the pike your way. So, folks, as I say always in parting, until we meet again, please continue to stay collecting. Please continue to stay tuned. And above all, please continue to stay great. Peace. Thank you. And I will see you in the next one. Go check out those videos on the Great Raw across Instagram, here on YouTube, X, and everywhere else. Got some surprises coming for you. Peace out, y'all.